sa Intramuros Rising at sa Words Anonymous for allowing me to perform here. Again, let's have a round of applause for all of them, especially para sa banda dito, na kung pwede lang sana binigay ko yung oras ko para makapagtugtog pa sila kasi sobrang chill nila.
I love your friend!
I love me too, thanks. At hindi ko alam kung paano ako follow up dito, lalo na kina Zoe tsaka G-Hands. Alright, so lahat naman tayo may mga kinatatakutan, may mga ayaw tungkol sa sarili natin, at lalong-lalo na natatakot tayong mawalan ng mga taong mahal sa buhay. Yun. Alright, so sige, let's have a change naman. This poem of mine is going to be in English, and it's entitled Scars. This piece goes out to anyone and everyone who has dealt with or is dealing with cancer, or knows people, relatives, friends, strangers, total strangers who have dealt with or passed away to cancer. Ay, tsaka hindi ko para makatapat naman ako na G-Hands, kailangan ko magubad eh. There was a time I found myself lying in bed while all sorts of drugs ran through my body or settled at the bottom of my stomach. I remember thinking to myself, I am getting better. Colorful concoctions coursed through my veins, and I believed that the needle in my arm was the delta of the Nile, ushering steady drops of solemn denial into the dry docks my shriveled and dried up veins had become. I remember thinking to myself, I am getting better. Magical mixtures of monstrous medication made memories in my mind as I committed to memory the many meds of my routine. 8 o'clock, wake up, drink this cup. 12 o'clock, sit up, drink that cup. 5 o'clock, stay up, drink those cups. Some of them made me sleepy. Some of them made me hungry. Some of them made me nauseous. And none of them made me feel any better. And all the while I remember thinking to myself, I am getting better. And true enough, I got better. 1 year, 19 chemotherapy sessions, 3 operations, 6 radiotherapy sessions, countless CT scans, innumerable x-rays, and 1 PET scan later, I found myself sitting in a children's party. There was a girl sitting at the back of her room wearing a pretty pink floral hat. I approached her and commented on how beautiful her hat was. Without saying a word, she looked up to me from under her hat, looked me square in the eyes, and began to cry. I asked her why. Tears still rolling down her face, she took off her hat, exposing a bright bald head. Her loss of hair held testament to the hurt and healing she was going through. As children, whenever we have a fever, our parents give us medication and tell us it gets worse before it gets better. Cancer and chemo work the same way. It gets worse, much, much worse, before it gets better. So I looked at her and I told her, it gets better. Then I showed her photos of myself, head so bald and shiny it would have made any bowling ball envious. She smiled, and then she laughed. And hearing her laugh despite the pain she was going through broke my heart. You see, the difference between children and adults is that children do not know how to lie through their laughter. Every inhale is honesty, and every exhale is joy. But her laughter went limp, and I looked at her trembling lips that motioned. What about the wounds? Time heals all wounds, I said. And there will always be scars. But do not be afraid. Wear them proud, because every scar is a story worth telling. Every scar is a story you have to share. Wear them proud for those who could not. Wear them proud for those who fought the good fight. Her name is Noelle, a cancer survivor at age 12. I met her a couple of years back. But not everyone is as fortunate as her. Iggy Villanueva, a former student of CSB, diagnosed with acute myelogenous leukemia, passed away in 2009 at the age of 19. Lynn Santos, one of my my grandmothers. Cervical cancer with metastasis to the bone. 58 years old. 2 years short of retirement. Pinky Doctor. One of my godmothers. My mother's best friend from college. Stage 4 colon cancer. 42. Lance Avenido. 32 years old when he was diagnosed with osteosarcoma. It took 2 more years for the metastasis to his lungs to take his life. He left behind a wife and 2 young children. Jed Eng, and so many more. My body is a canvas of sacrifice and success, and I bear these scars for all those who have gone before me. Their memories are mine to cherish, their stories are mine to keep, and their lives are mine to share with all of you. My wounds have long since healed. Thank you. Maraming salamat, guys.